we are going to start with unit number 7, methods of separation, page number 69. Chemists separate substances from each other to find out what is in them. So basically this is the review of the chapter that in the earlier topic we studied that chemists usually uh, have different methods to separate the substances to see how a mixture is made, what are the substances present in a mixture. So there are basically four methods. One is filtration, second is sedimentation and decantation, third is evaporation, and fourth is magnetic method of separation. In the previous topic we discussed about filtration in detail, so today we are going to study about sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation and decantation, page number 70 to 71. This method is also used to separate insoluble solid particles from the liquid. Like filtration, filtration is a process that is also used to separate insoluble solid particles from the liquid. This method is also used to separate insoluble solids particles from the liquid. Like you can take example of sand and water. Sand is your solid particle and liquid is your water. So you can also use this method instead of filtration to separate water and sand. First, the mixture is kept undisturbed in a container. This settling of particles is known as sedimentation. So basically, in sedimentation, what happens is you first prepare a mixture of sand and water in a beaker, and then what you do is you leave it for almost half an hour or 20 minutes undisturbed so that the solid particles they can settle in the bottom like this. This settling of solid particles is known as sedimentation. Then the second step is then the liquid from the mixture is poured off into another container by tilting the container very gently. This tilting is known as decantation. Then what you do is you lift this beaker up, this container up, and take an empty container and start pouring the liquid that is present just by tilting this container. Tilting means to turn a little. Tilting this container in this way, what will happen, the solute particles they will be left in this container, and all the liquid you can gather in this container. This process is known as decantation. So through sedimentation and decantation you can also separate insoluble solids from a liquid. Now I am going to show you a video that is further going to clear your concept about sedimentation and decantation. Here is another method that you can use to separate insoluble solids from the liquid, and this process is known as decantation. Basically in decantation what we do is we make a mixture of you can make mixture of sand and water, two things that are not soluble in each other. So and you keep it for a time undisturbed. You can keep it for 10 to 15 or half an hour. The process by which the particles settle down, the insoluble salt settle down, this is known as sedimentation. Here you can look this, if you look at here then you can see that the sand particles they have settled in the bottom. So this process is known as sedimentation. When the particles settle down, that what we do is we take an empty container. We can take an empty beaker and we pour this mixture into this container, but in this is known as decantation. But in decantation what we do is we slightly tilt the container and pour the water in this container like this. This is known as decantation. In this way what happens is that the insoluble solid it remains over here, and here you get the liquid. So this is the method which you can use to separate insoluble solid from liquid, and this is known as sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation you can see over here that the solid particles they have settled in the bottom, and decantation you can see that we just tilted the container like this and we just poured the liquid in this way we can separate both these substances from each other. So this is all about your sedimentation and decantation.
This method is also a very easy method as compared to filtration, but it is not advanced, because if we take a mixture of water and chalk, then the chalk particles, they don't settle in the bottom like this. Only the heavier particles like sand or stones or mud, they settle. So sedimentation and decantation can only be used when the solute particles, solute are basically the substances that are present in small amount. When the solute particles are present in small amount and they are heavier. But this method cannot be used for chalk particles, because their chalk particles are lighter than water particles and they keep on moving, they do not settle. So this is all about your sedimentation and decantation.